time. It's time for good fortune. Strap yourself in and get ready for nothing in particular. Welcome to GORP Show. My name is Josh. GORP, of course, stands for grape or red, please, which is the only thing you should ask for when you're getting Kool-Aid. Maybe blue is an exception. Just blue. You know, anyway, like I said, I'm Josh. This is GORP, and here is our two better hosts. We got Maya and Fry. Say hi.
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 All right, we're back once again. I just got back from Colorado to see my family. We celebrated Festivus because we couldn't make Christmas this year, so we had a Festivus holiday, and it was honestly one of the greatest holidays I ever had. We can talk more about Festivus later if you like, if you're not familiar. But we got to get to Fry. And what are we actually talking about today?
Well, this is GORP, so we are a giant bag of nuts and trail mix chocolate. No raisins, though. No raisins. But everything else under the sun. So we've got a healthy list of topics, again, for our wheel to be spun with. And I'm hoping that these lead to some audience interaction. So remember, audience, please find us on our link tree. You can find it in all of our bios, whether it be TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. And comment on the YouTube feed, even if you hate us. Yeah, say you hate us.
Like me? Do you think you could ever like a guy like me?
Probably.
Oh wow, that's one of the that could come up today maybe.
It's dangerous territory for a guy like me. I've been a friend zone a long time.
Yeah.
I think it happens. Don't worry about it. At least you grew up in an era where you knew how to talk to other humans.
I don't know if that's true.
That is very true.
You had to teach me a few things.
Fair enough. Are we ready to get this wheel spun?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's go ahead and spin the wheel of topics. Here we go. The death of the art of the pickup line.
The death of the art of the pickup line. I think it's got to go to Maya first. Because no one's thrown a pickup line at me. I'm sure you've had one or two thrown at you, so...
No, I actually haven't.
I'm sorry I brought this up.
This is why the art of conversation is completely dead. Like, I hate dating. I loathe it. Because men don't do pickup lines anymore. They just kind of do... First of all, ladies, nobody wants to see your penis, okay?
It's like, hey, how are you doing? You know, that's what you do for work. My penis.
Right. So on a lot of dating apps, women, there's these openers that they use. And the openers are crummy. They're just sad. It's like, what's your favorite movie? Things like that. It's not the... traditional pickup line, like,
what is it, a Scream? The first Scream? What's your favorite scary movie?
Yeah. The Shining. Like, you'll hear like all these kinds of different openers.
No,
or what's your favorite
from
season?
Scream. When somebody asks you what your favorite movie is, remember Drew Barrymore, the very first Scream ever, Wes Craven? Like,
Shoot, no.
When somebody asks you as a pickup line or initial, like, getting to know you, what's your favorite movie? I immediately think of Scream. What's your favorite scary movie?
Oh, no. See, this is why it's like, I wish that people had pickup lines here. Even if you watch, audience, I highly recommend watching the Supernatural panels, because they have just different things that they talk about with their lives, especially like a Tennessee pickup line. Hey, nice teeth. That's a pickup line? Like, I was like, no, that doesn't make sense to me.
Hey, nice teeth.
But yeah, nice teeth. That's it.
Good. Well, I mean, it's good. Good enough? I don't know.
I've heard,
nice teeth.
Hey, do you want to come over later for some sex and pizza? And they'd be
sex
like,
and pizza.
No. And then you're like, oh, so you hate pizza?
That's good. You know what? I mean, I wouldn't say that I'm even close to successful on online dating stuff, because I'm a guy in general and I'm weird. So it's like a edged sword against me.
Weirdly sexy.
Double whammy. But I learned something from Master of None, the Aziz Ansari show. And it's a good opener where he says, hey, I'm going to Whole Foods. You need anything?
No.
I mean, it gets the conversation going, and it implies that if you want, I can bring you some celery or eggplant. Oh God!
It's so funny that you talk about like with the age of social media, Josh, because like I hate staged videos. I hate them. Like I hate them so much. And it's like, well, if they're funny, what's the problem? I was like, 'cause it's lazy, and it's just you're doing something, so it goes.
You're
viral,
pretending.
And I hate that we. Yeah. And I hate that we reward that behavior of people just copying or pretending like, and you watch, like, it's the kids that watch the unboxings, and I'm like, stop rewarding people for being lazy. Like, this is the laziest, and you're making them thousands and thousands of dollars. I hate it. But anyway, there's one that got me to laugh, and I know it's totally staged, but the guy is hitting on a waitress, and the waitress is like, dude, I got a boyfriend. And he's like, I've got a math test. And she stops, and she, like, looks at him very confused, and he's like, oh, shit, sorry, I thought we were just talking about shit we could cheat on.
Ew.
Well, look at my reaction though, Josh.
That's so cheesy, though. It's just
It's grimy, dog.
so
But yeah,
wrong.
death of the pickup line. I mean, I'm okay with it in general because I've never been a pickup line guy. I don't have the charisma for it. I'm very much hoping I get some organic, witty banter. Sometimes I'll pull one of those out of my butthole, but not very often. But really, I'm just about genuine connection stuff, and I think that is not what pickup lines are. But a pickup line artist would disagree with me. You know what I mean? Like being a salesman, I think being a salesman is absolute garbage. But it's because I'm not good at it. But when I'm actually selling something I believe in, you know, like myself, like, you know, you're not
I'm
faking it.
boy.
Like you're being genuine. I'm a real boy. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with that, but the I can't fake the genuinity that comes with faking it. I don't know, but I don't care if the pickup line's gone. It's good for me because most assholes use pickup lines and assholes get all the girls. So can I get just someone to hold me, please?
Well, I also think as the girl, like, you know, it is very F-boy energy now because you're only saying that to get thus far, but you're not really trying to commit. I like the ones that fail, like where the person tries to come and give you a pickup line and then they just decide to not do it, and then it ends up being a genuine like conversation based off of banter. I like those, but haven't had one.
I'm gonna accidentally break my rule right away, like where I'm saying, "Hey guys, I'm sorry to the GORP audience. We tell you guys so many stories, but that's because we want you to know we're real." Like Josh has said, he was a real boy, and that's because Geppetto made sure of it. But for when Maye said that, like, you know, we stage that, right? You know, we fake that we mess something up so as to get you to feel like we're vulnerable and you have to save us.
You know what? Don't ruin my
Not every time.
vibes. Don't ruin my vibes.
Not every time. I genuinely fail every time.
So when and I get that because I wear flip flops a lot, too much. Like
Yeah, you wear it too much.
I guess that's F-boy energy. Is now it's not cool to wear flip flops. I don't really care. It's hot, so I wear flip flops. But
It's not inherently F-boy energy.
Well, I used
It's
to go out
a
to the
symptom.
pub. Yeah, we lived in the desert too, Josh. When we were going out to the pub, it's like 90 degrees at night, you know. So I'm out there in my flip flops, and what I would do is I'd stand in line at the bar behind a girl wearing like heels, and then when she backed up with her drinks, I'd go, "Oh, ow, 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 ow," and act like she stepped on my foot, and then they'd feel bad immediately, and I'd be like, "No, dude, it's fine. It didn't hurt that bad. It's fine." Like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." I'd be like, "It's cool, but like, how are you? Let's start there. That was a terrible way to meet, you know." And
I hate that story. Man, I hate that story.
I'm just surprised that there weren't enough girls thinking, who wears flip-flops to a bar?
They were too busy thinking, I've got to give my phone number to that guy that wears flip flops to the bar. But Josh, why did you hate that story?
It's so fake.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah. But
I think that's like one step away from, oops, you bumped into me and I dropped my gigantic condoms. You know what I mean?
oh, did you see that? Did you see those? I didn't mean for you to see those.
For my magnum dong.
Oh my god. Or the people who trip and accidentally spill on you. Oh, I'm so sorry. Let me help you clean that up. And then they're trying to get napkins to help you. No.
Or you stumble over and accidentally stab a girl. It's like, oh, let me take you to the hospital.
No, that's stabbing.
Well, so before Josh kicks us off this topic as the host of GORP, I want to produce just one thing. Do you think that social media dating sites like OkCupid, Tinder, Bumble
Whatever.
have something to do with the death of the pickup line? Because I was in a conversation recently, and we decided that it kind of feels like people between, I want to say, the ages of like 30 and 20 don't know how to talk to the opposite sex or the people they're attracted to anymore outside of a virtual setting. It's almost insanely awkward. And if you are a fly on the wall or you're just eavesdropping on these conversations sound so weird and manufactured and odd that I'm thinking, hey, we should talk about this on GORP. Do we think that this is actually society now where we talk to each other like robots almost because we don't know how to have a regular conversation?
I'd say maybe, but I mean, like I said, I've always been awkward around girls that I like, always. So I'm not a good frame of reference. Perhaps I think it's maybe not so much the online dating, but more just having phones in general, like the disconnection from reality, that sort of thing. But I don't know. I think it's maybe more noticeable, but it's always been there. I mean, how many stories are there like, I saw you there across the way. You're beautiful. Like, those songs have always been around. There's always been, like, Cyrano de Bergerac is about a guy who doesn't know how to talk to his girl, and that's like 1700s. You know what I mean?
Hello.
So,
Or Can We Talk?
Yeah.
Like, even Can We Talk, where he's like, he wrote a letter, and he's just trying to kind of warm up to talking to this girl.
Yeah.
I think it's a combination of everything, though. Social media, and then also I'm going to put blame, and you guys probably already figured that this is going that way. I blame the Kardashians, because a lot of people feel like this. Yes, they think that now social media beauty, whatever the beauty standard is, what is attainable for them. Whether it be a girl who looks like she was built in plastic, or it be a guy who is super buff and also has all this other work done because they're a social media influencer, and now they're going to be using dating apps and then shaming people for the date not going the way that they expected it to go.
Oh, dude, I love the videos of the girl shaming the guy because he thought he was going to get sex on the first Tinder date.
That one was funny. But those one for Cheesecake Factory, remember that one where she like, you took me to Cheesecake Factory?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yo, Cheesecake Factory's got some good little drinks and cakes and shut up.
Stop fronting like Cheesecake Factory is like super cheap. No, Cheesecake Factory, no restaurant is cheap anymore, by the way. Okay,
There's no such thing.
Is like $7 now.
Yeah.
Like we've all been on popcorn and beers, and we're familiar with Jordan's work with Taco Bell. Okay.
Yeah.
There's no cheap meal.
And you know, let's going back to the Kardashians. This is way off topic, but I don't know if you guys knew. Kim had breast reduction surgery. Well, she got smaller implants because now it's day class A to be big breasted now. It's because everyone's got them now. So now she's going back to smaller chested, and I think, like, you know, my body, my choice. You're allowed to do whatever you want, of course. But as the icon that she supposedly is, I think she should apologize to all these women that she's influenced.
Yep.
Yeah, and Ray J.
Apologize to me.
Apologize to me and give me $1 million.
Yes, please. Money, please. All right, let's move on.
Yo, so how we splitting this check?
Oh, we're just going all romance today, huh? All romance.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, thank you, Maya. It doesn't have to be that. Sometimes you go out with a big group of people, right? And I think that's more culturally relevant today. I think because we're so locked away on our phones and we have a tight knit group, we try to get all of our friends together in one setting. Ooh, that's a totally different topic. Let me write that down.
Okay. So let's just start with the group. Here's my suggestion to everyone on Earth. Stop being a jerk and always have cash on you. That's it. You know, I hate it when, like, there's a group of 10 people and we haven't talked about logistics until, like, the last 5 seconds that we all have to go now. Like, oh, I got my card. Oh, all I brought was my card. Yo, if everybody has $100 on them, this is going to be a pretty easy split. Just throw money down, like the old school days. Stop with the Apple Pay bullshit. It can be like mitigated a little bit with the online payments, right? So
Venmo,
you could
Zelle,
yeah,
PayPal.
you can Venmo, Zelle. Cool.
Get off my
But
lawn, guy.
you know what? You know what? Everyone, shut up. Cash is king. You should always have cash in your pocket. Stop being a child.
I can have invisible cash.
No. Real dollar bill coins. I want 50 Sacagaweas in your pocket.
So one of the many jobs Josh does is he manages a nice like little brewery that does pizzas and stuff. So Josh, I take it that a lot of your tips are in people signing their debit card receipt, right?
Oh yes, yeah. And just so you know, credit card tips are taxed and cash isn't.
And
but that's not the point.
But hold on. Where I'm going with this is, and that's super true. But where I'm going with this is, I think also a lot of restaurants, beer, pubs, and bars, they split the credit card tips, right? They don't assign them to the person that took the check. It's easier for them to just add them all up and split them on the staff that worked.
Yep.
Yeah, we do that, and a lot of folks do. Yep.
Okay. So it is easier to get cash. So Josh, I'm accusing you of you said that's not what this is about, but I'm accusing you of bias. I think you would love it if everybody carried cash because you would get more cash. It wouldn't be taxed, and you
wouldn't have to share your tips.
Yeah,
well,
you, on this topic, you have some incentive to incentivize our audience to
sure.
carry cash.
Sure, and you don't have to believe me here when I say, like, among people I know, I don't think there's anyone less motivated by money than me.
That's fair.
You know, I don't make very much money. I could make twice what I make here in the city next door. I'm really good at my job, but I chose an easy job that's fun and streamlined. But I could go cater for the governor right now if I want. I'm really good at the service industry. Yeah. But I'm not motivated by money. So like I split my cash tips with everyone. It's all honor system. It's not about me. It's about the convenience of the group and the convenience of the establishment. Everyone prefers cash. Every business, except for like the things on Beverly Hills Drive and all that, Rodeo and all that. Cashless. How could you be a cashless organization? That's like illegal. How is that allowed? It's illegal. But cash is king. Tender. Everyone likes it when you have cash on you. It's always easier for everyone involved, unless you're buying... Oh, wait, no, if you're buying drugs especially. You can't Venmo Coke.
What do I put in the subject line? For drugs, yo. For drugs.
For drugs. All right, no more rants from me.
But so you're right though, Josh. You also keyed in on a topic. It does seem like we're always sitting around at the end and going, oh, so how do we want to split this? But yeah, I think that has to do with some community too. You don't just want to sit down. First things first, how we splitting this check? It's more like, hey, how you doing? How have you been? And then you get caught up in conversation. Then all of a sudden you're done, and the check comes. And there's another thing I want to talk about. Also is, how do you guys handle that awkward moment when you know like the dinner is over and everybody's just kind of sitting there quietly? Because I am the first person. I'm the first person to be like, yo, so we should all get out of here, right? Like, just because I don't like that moment and I just cut right through it, I feel like that's the best way. So those two questions to you, Maya, like, what do you think about those two things?
We need to leave.
Put me in the hot seat here. I'm also that first person. So y'all ready to go? But then I'm also the first person to be like, y'all can just Zelle me, and then I'll hand the receipt over so everyone can tally exactly how they need to send me the money. Yeah. However you're going to send it to me, Zelle, Cash App, I don't give a shit. Just send it to me. Yeah. Like, I want to get out. But I'm also one of those people that if I know we're going to go here, but we're going to go to a different spot after, like, pick it up. I need you to hurry up and let's go. So y'all can Zelle me. I'll put my card down. But there's that one person, and we all know that one person who comes with you and is like, oh man, I don't get paid till like next week. Can I Zelle you later? And you're like, no,
TLC
you're not coming with us.
Stay away from those people. TLC says, I don't want no scrubs.
No scrubs.
I don't want no scrubs. Oh, what about that guy who insisted on the nachos and ate all the nachos?
Right.
No. Worse than that, Josh. The worst, they ate all the nachos with stuff on them.
With stuff on it. All I got was chips with a little bit of meat.
Yeah. So for me, it's definitely that moment of if you know someone who is quick to get it, just send it to them already. You already know what you're gonna order, more than likely. If you ordered your stuff and you know how much it costs, already calculate that in your head plus the tip, because you also have to remember that the person who's going to put their card down is not going to pay the full tip. Sorry, not going to do it.
Right.
You have to put in your portion.
Oh, I think the person that brings cash should pay the tip. Like, that's your thing. You brought cash, you pay the tip because of exactly what
but
Josh
we've been
read.
over this. Everyone's supposed to have cash on them.
Josh,
It's the hard
just
part.
We're all at dinner with Josh, right? We all finally get to do the show in person one day when I leave Europe. And Josh, we all go to dinner to discuss like the next steps of the show, for the website, for the Facebook page that's coming soon, for the SadFan and all that stuff. And Josh goes, "Look, I'm really excited to see you guys. There's an ATM outside. I know you assholes don't have cash."
Yeah, you'll see us in line just waiting to get cash because Josh won't let us leave without getting cash. Like,
Sorry,
I want different types of bills. I don't want just 20s. I want you to be able to have a yard sale right now.
Go get a roll
no.
of quarters.
Yeah, I guess this is coming from a place of annoyance because I'm a bartender, blah, blah, blah. But, like, we have multiple people at my job that, like, for one reason or another, I've heard it said, "Oh, I don't ever carry cash." I'm like, ooh, you're so evolved because you're handicapping yourself socially. Moron.
no, when you go to a bar, aren't you supposed to have cash? That's the one place that I think you would have cash.
Dog, I never carry cash.
Because, I mean, when I went
What's
to
the matter
Puerto
with you, son?
I mean, I learned my lesson last night. Like, I should have had cash on, but no, I am that person. Like, I just don't ever need it in my day-to-day life
Yeah,
anymore.
okay.
So
yeah.
then when you do need it,
Yeah, okay.
my
Yeah.
cell phone does things, Josh. I don't have
Yep.
a Motorola
Okay.
Razr from
Yep.
2003.
Yep,
But
yep.
it-
So like I carry a pocket knife, and sometimes people are like, "Why do you always have a knife on you?"
Might need it.
Actually, I use it almost every day.
You should literally just say, because of bears.
You know how many women I've stabbed today?
Whoa. Well, I said because of bears. That was aggressive.
I'm trying to
What
get a
happened to
date.
our animal rule? What happened to our animal rule?
Everything's Tinder.
Look, I think that the reason
I like
why
you.
I see cash as like a sometimes necessity, because especially in California now, they're starting to lock the bathrooms, and sometimes you have to use change to get
Oh.
into the bathroom. So if you don't have anything on you, you're screwed. You're gonna have to hold it until you get to your next stop. So for me, definitely, I need to have quarters in my car, at least
dude.
something.
Just put a $20 bill in your wallet, at least. Just put a 20 in your wallet, or in your case, Fry, put like 15 Deutschmarks.
Josh, you actually might know this. Hey, Americans, stop being so myopic. Because in Europe, everyone charges for bathrooms, like gas stations, and it's the price because they pay people a fair wage. So it's the price
Yeah.
to clean the bathrooms, so you can go into a clean bathroom. If you want to use a dirty poop hole, they have dirty poop holes on the side of the highway.
That's my band name. My band name is Dirty
Dirty
Poop Hole.
hole.
We play ska.
But,
Oh, no.
So let's expound upon this topic of this splitting the check.
Yeah.
What do we think about this phenomenon of this check split? Because I am also another person, like, not only am I impatient with the conversation being over, but also if I find that everybody is indecisive about what they had or not deciding, I literally will just put my card and be like, I will pay for it. Everybody just give me back. And
I've been there.
Like, I don't care. You're all annoying me. I will pay
Yep.
right now. So
Yep.
is that fair?
Yes. Well, it's not fair, but that's what has to happen sometimes because I'm the same way. It's not so much like I want people to feel awkward or I feel awkward. I don't like inconveniencing the time of the people at the establishment.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm mad at you because you don't know how to keep track of what you purchase. Like, have you never been poor? I know exactly what I spent. I can do the tax. I'm doing the tax in my head while I'm ordering my shrimps.
Yeah. Because you
Ordering
have
my
pork
shrimps.
trauma. You have poor trauma. Just
Poor
like
trauma,
me.
baby.
Like, you have to get to your next spot, and I'm also like that kind of where I'm just here, take my card, everyone pay me. But again, there's that one person who I no longer invite because they never seem to have enough. I don't get paid till next week. I don't invite that person. Next thing you know, someone you know invites that person.
Yeah.
And you're paying for their shit. I'm not paying for them.
Like,
You're
you
paying
Buster,
for it.
did you think that it was free food today? Like, what did you...
Dude,
I am not the soup kitchen. Like,
bro, you just need to put it out there. Hey, I remember when I was ordering water with a side of lemons and sugar too. It sounds like that's your meal today.
Shout out to Rick.
oh no.
Why did you say you wanted to come? Those people could always say no. You could say, no, I don't have it right now. And there's no shame involved. The only shame involved in that is self-imposed.
Yeah.
Right.
But there is that other type of pour. This is not necessarily everyone who does this, but there is that other type of pour where, like, you know you're going to get a free meal, and it's been a while since you've had ranch dip. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like, someone's going to get you this time around. You know what I mean? It's like the guy who smokes, but he never has a pack. Like, yeah, sure, you can have a cigarette. Sure.
and I think people collectively, when they bring someone on the group who they know is the stingiest one, if they
Like,
order calamari, be like, no, you can afford fries. You can't afford
We
that.
only invite that person because we want to talk shit about that person after they leave. Like, that's the only reason that person's invited. We can't talk shit about each other. Let's invite Rick, who makes lemonade with his lemons and his water and his sugar. Nothing against it if you're that person.
Speaking of calamari, I heard some disturbing news on calamari.
Oh,
Did you?
And
ruin it for me.
I just gotta tell you, if you order calamari, make sure it has the tendrils too, not just the rings.
Gross.
Oh no.
I don't like
It's what you think it is. It's what you
Yeah.
think it is.
Yeah, I feel like we should change subject change. I feel like
Yep.
that's
All right.
Side quest.
Side quest.
So I think this is dedicated to when we go out as groups. Almost, it's almost relative to the topic. Have you ever noticed how there are those people that we will go on side quests, just disappear, and then show back up later? Like, I think has that always happened, or is that just more socially accepted now, where like you just lose someone and you have no idea where they went, and they come back and they have all these stories about some random side quest they went on.
Interesting. I don't know if it's newer or not. Maybe it's more acceptable because we have phones, and I can find you if I have to, or if you let me. I don't know. I mean, there's always been people that go away and they come back and disappear, and like, wasn't that who the Fonzie was in Happy Days? Like, he just like came and went
Pretty
whenever he
much.
wanted.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
whenever
much.
we needed a song on the jukebox, he'd show up and hit it.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah.
I think it's just people were better at hiding it then. Like, because again, we didn't have phones. You can't capture the moment of whatever your side quest was, right?
I didn't know where you were going there. I thought I said side chick.
No, side quest.
Yeah,
Let's examine this, Fry. Let's examine this.
What are you trying to say? Like,
No.
but, for me, it's like my dad's coworker, Desi. Shout out to Desi. He went on a company trip. They were all supposed to go to a certain area. All of the people working there for IT. He went to a Justin Timberlake concert.
Justin Timberlake cancer.
Sorry.
Fine.
Sorry, it's cancer season. It's cancer season. Like zodiac signs. Just kidding. He went to a concert and had this great time. Later came back and joined the group. It was like, hey, did you guys miss that concert? It was amazing. Like, bro, you were supposed to be with your company, like, party type thing. It's a retreat for your company.
Yeah.
You ditched them to go to a concert. I mean,
Showed up at the end
respects.
of the
He went
night,
to the
baby.
concert.
Timberlake.
Yes. So there's always that one person that I think that before was really good at hiding it, but now they just don't have to.
Maybe now they just don't have to, or they can't because, they can't help but take a selfie when they're at Coachella or whatever.
What if I told you some of the best nights ever are team side quests, Josh? Like, some of the best nights I think
Team
you'll
side
ever
quests.
have is like a team side quest where you go out with no plans and you just end up places.
Oh, yeah, dude. I reminisce about that. Like, I was just back in Colorado, and I was reminded of the times when I had nothing to do and I was just a stoner. Back when you you had to go find a place to smoke because it was illegal and you couldn't go back to your house. I miss those days, kind of. Yeah, we would just like find places, and I say this now because I was driving around the town. I was like, oh yeah, I remember that. Oh, remember when we did that? Yeah, like side quests where like we're just gonna find some food and then see what happens, or we're just gonna walk down this street, see what happens. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's always good stuff.
Those are always usually the funnest memories because you go into places that you probably weren't thinking of going into, and you just went in randomly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But then it sucks if you don't remember the name of that place. So the next time you go in the area, you're like, oh, I want to check out this place, and you don't remember the name of it.
Yeah.
But you randomly find out how to get there.
Yeah. That's wild.
Yeah. Those are the best memories.
Just follow the music, right? Like, that's always what I tell people. Like, if you want to have a good night, if you're out and you hear music playing, just start walking towards wherever that music is, because that's probably pretty popping. There's probably something going on. That I don't know if this is trauma, but the other night I said that to somebody, and they go, "Not always. Sometimes somebody's out to get you." And it's like, I feel like there's more to this story that I need to hear.
Trap.
The fiddler. He's coming.
Or maybe like that's another topic, Josh, for another time, is like the sense of doom person. Like everybody's having a good time and they're like, dread is life.
I've been that guy. Yeah, well, my mom has a story about being out in the middle of like the South, deep South, had to stop for a pee on the side of the road. And her and her sisters just heard some weird music coming out of the woods.
Was it?
No, they said it was like a record, but the record was playing warbly, and like it was just. They said it was like satanic, and Jesus. they were all running back to the car with their pants down because they were all filled with terror.
Oh my God! No.
Don't always follow the music.
If it sounds scary, run away.
If there is. Like, that happens, Josh. Did you notice that there's always a person that is the dynamic in that group that goes towards it regardless? Like, everybody else is like, no, let's not do this. And they're like, we must investigate. Like oh my God, I think I'm that person. I think I might be that person.
Not me. I'm the one. Like, you know what? That doesn't sound normal. I'm just going to walk away.
Bro.
I'm just going to go this way.
Dude,
I'll meet you guys at the car.
Barney was a side quest for life. Because let me tell you, in what psycho world should you have run to I love you, you love me, we're a happy family? Because that is a cult, Jared Leto.
Dude,
that is a cult.
Somebody make that movie, dude. Please. I love you.
Oh, God, no.
For me, the side quest is a very real thing. Like I said, it does result in an epic night, but you have to be willing to go on that side quest, but you also have to have the people that are like, no, never leave a person behind. Never leave a group member. Like, if this is where this person's going and they're determined, we're going with them. So that way, if it goes bad, we're in the bad stuff together. If it goes good, we all have a memory for life. But more people need to be like that. And almost back to our first topic, I think in a lot of ways, people are too much of an individual to really understand that group dynamic.
Yeah. Changing it slightly, side quests in lieu of main quests. We have a main quest. We have to go get pants for your sister or whatever, right? No, we're not gonna stop here at Bed Bath & Beyond while I'm dating myself. Oh no, we're going to get the pants. We're gonna get a taco, and we're gonna go home because we have dishes to do. We're not gonna stop here and there. Why are we making all these little side trips? You know how long it takes to get out of a parking lot?
Oh my God. Or to find a parking lot in Europe.
Man, I'm old.
No, there are those friends though. Oh, by the way, I need to go get this. Do you mind if we stop? Nope. We could have taken your car if you wanted to go do extra. We're not gonna do that. We're going here.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna go here because we have a marathon that we were gonna binge watch. So there's no way now. Like.
Yeah, dude. For sure. I mean, this literally happened last week in Colorado with the family. We went to the nice fancy little town over with all the shops. We had a wonderful afternoon. It was great. And now we're all tired. The sun's beating on us, and we're getting in the car, and the sister-in-law says, actually, we have to make a stop downtown to go to the fucking fabric store, textile store. The textile store downtown on a Saturday. No. We're not going to go look at paper.
This is my one day off, and I don't like textiles.
I'm tired, dog. I mean, I like textiles as much as the next guy, but you know what I'm saying.
Today was not textile day. It was sit back and knit day, and I planned on knitting all day long.
Makes sense.
Hit 1 Pro 2. All right, let's move on.
This isn't fun for everyone.
Oh my God, I'm gonna burst the blood vessel. This isn't fun for everyone. Okay, let me bubble on this one. Fry, you can start this time.
Oh, so there's always like someone that gets you into something that only they like. That person exists, and you're sitting back, and it's or they treat it like they're doing this for you. We're doing this for you. I organized all this for you, and it's like, no, you like all these things.
I didn't ask for this.
I didn't ask for this at all. This is not fun for everyone. This is fun for just you. Only you wanted to go to the internet cafe, Jordan. I didn't want to go to the internet cafe today. And it's weird to me because I don't want to accidentally go tread over another topic that's on our wheel, but I think that humans are becoming more and more like that person, that they think that just because it's fun for them, it is fun for everyone. We're like in our self-absorbed world, and I think it is due to that. It's weird, today's show is oddly centered around this, that isolation. We isolate ourselves, and we truly believe because you have some community online that your algorithm feeds you nonstop, that everybody loves this, that you really believe that. And in reality, it's like the worst, dude. No. I don't want to go to a hot dog eating contest because that sounds terrible. It's going to ruin hot dogs for you. Have you guys ever seen a hot dog eating contest?
No,
Yeah.
I try not to watch them on purpose.
Actually watched it. It was on just not in real life, but I watched it just yesterday on TV. It was it happened last.
Oh, jeez.
But no, it is worse in real life because you actually like feel like you can absorb the viewing of them dipping the hot dogs in the water and the buns all disgusting and sticking to their lips and the part. But anyway, like it is gross. It is not fun for even them. So when I say it's not fun for everyone on the topic wheel, there are so many things in today's world that lead us down these paths of, no, it's going to be a great time. You know what looks miserable that I see a lot of people having fun doing? Going to a music festival for like every day of the music festival. That seems terrible.
Oh no. Unless we have ample supplies and drugs. Nah. Like, no, if we're talking about 3 days, we got a bunch of acid. Let's get down. But like, nah, dog.
Yurt.
Yeah. Extra set of undies. Magnum dongs.
A private shower.
Shower.
So what about you guys? Like, what is this topic to you guys? I don't want to go off on a tangent, and I know we can conversate on some of the things I said, but what are some of those things that have put you in that scenario, or do you want to do some commentary on the world today and why people think this way, that like they're selfish with their gift to you? Like it's almost the spouse that buys their spouse, like, hey, I'm a husband, let me get you a PlayStation 5, knowing his wife doesn't play PlayStation. I got it from you.
Well, first of all, I'm surprised that you didn't think that Jordan would think Internet Cafe was going to be a great time. That little nerd loves that shit. So, I mean, he was a GATE student, for crying out loud.
Tell the audience what GATE is. That's a very inside reference you just made.
So
He was a gay student?
no, definitely not GATE student. Basically, in California, they have GATE programs. So these are kids that score above average on pretty much every subject in school. They're considered gifted, right? So Jordan was a know-it-all. He was really smart, really good at school, and they said he was testing at higher levels, so he should be in this particular program because it challenges them more than regular curriculum. Great. So he was the type that even printed out stuff for my parents saying, hey, money does grow on trees because money's made out of paper. Can I have $20? And he never got the $20 because my mom's like, here's a bean burrito. Shut up. Like,
I want a bean burrito.
I want one now too. Like now it's in my head.
Right. Like, I mean, he got the $20 later when he graduated from high school, but that was years later. So it wasn't right at that moment. But I think for me, those instances of things are going to be fun for everybody, I recently kind of lived it. My friend wanted to go to the Egyptian Museum in San Jose.
Okay.
And
Sorry, I'm walking.
I know that Egyptian museum is going to be dinky. Like, I know it's going to be small. It's not going to be big. It's not like an aquarium. So for me, aquarium is great because you get to see the animals in the water and stuff like that. Nope. It was pretty much just dead mummies. Thank God they're dead, and they're not like the Mummy movie where they come to life and chase you and things like that. Because, who needs that?
Who needs it?
I don't need that kind of anxiety. But literally, we finished it within like maybe an hour. And that was because we decided to sign up for this free tour because we bought tickets to the museum that takes you to this fake crypt. Not my shtick. What?
Do they tell tales there?
The guy kept trying to go into this voice of, Ramses and all these other stories and stuff that I'm like, no.
So they were tales from the crypt?
Yep.
Oh.
Tales from the crypt.
Bad.
Jesus, your puns.
So that's another one. You thought you thought we were all gonna like that, but only you liked it.
It was only for me.
Well, my first thought was board games.
Yeah.
There's people
Yeah.
that don't like that shit.
Yeah.
And like, oh, it's a fun together activity. Some folks don't like that shit. For one thing, I have a uncle-in-law kind of. Like, he's never going to listen to this because he's inept. Like, he's the dumbest guy I've ever met in my life. I don't like him, so I can say this. He's dumb. Like, he's straight up dumb.
Yeah.
And I didn't know this, but, now I know it. We were playing, like, Taboo or something pretty simple. And he was like, I can't do this. Like, he's not a smart person. And so we just quit playing because it was just way too embarrassing for him because he didn't know how to speak. Moron. Anyway, on to something that makes me less of an asshole. My brother's really into board games, and I am too. I love board games.
I was going to say, Josh, like, if you don't like board games, are you a bad person?
I think you have some at least social anxiety. But some people, what I was going to get to is the complex ones. My brother's really into all board games, especially the complex ones. We're talking about an hour and a half to set up, 3 hours to take down, like the big boy games.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's a laptop involved. There's all these little cards and little pieces. I like that shit too. But sometimes it's way too much because like we only have a couple hours to use for the. I'm trying to go to bed. But then there's some folks that don't do that stuff. They just want to play like a quick one, like Categories, which is fine. Cards Against Humanity, which is boring. But
it's played out.
It's so played out. Anyway, the really complex games my brother's really into, and sometimes he's like, "Oh, you guys don't like a bunch of rules? That's weird."
You don't like me unrolling a scroll?
Yeah.
Who does
Sign
that?
your life for this.
No, it's I'm with that because the second I see I'm down for a cool game. I'm down for a fun game. But the second I see you take out like a rule book and it's this thick, or you have 6 pages, I'm like, nah, dog, no. We're gonna do house rules. This is going to house rules.
A thing that gets to me sometimes is like there's always a new board game. And I'm like, yo, we got so many board games that are so complex that we know how to play. I don't want to learn a game today. You know what I mean? I think that's pretty common. A lot of folks don't want to learn a new game. They just want to play spades. And I'm down for spades. How come nobody wants to play spades with me?
Take a shot every hand or something. Like, that's fun, man. You take a shot of tequila, play some spades, yell at your partner a lot. My favorite line, you sure? You sure? You got this?
You got this? And then you slam your cards on the table. I love doing that. You think you got it.
I like playing BS with people who've never played BS. That's a good one. Is the most satisfying because then they get mad. But you said that's the point of the game. You weren't paying attention to what number we were on.
Yeah.
That's always my favorite. Is
and that's
just
because they took the shots.
But then there's people who don't like card games. So
Yeah, my stepdad didn't like card games. He didn't like. He was from a family that did a lot of jeering and stuff. So like they were all bad sports. So if you were winning, you're like, "Ha, you suck," that kind of thing. My family doesn't do that. So whenever he came into our family, he didn't want to play board games or card games until he realized that we're all good sports. So like, there's no hard feelings and stuff.
There shouldn't be. I don't know, man. See, anyway, soft-bodied people. But when we talk about this, like, have you ever been like? It doesn't have to be a story, but have there been situations outside of your super cool museum from Tales from the Crypt where you're just like, you're the one that brought everybody to an event that only you wanted to do, knowing that it wasn't fun for everyone?
So, look, yes, but there's an extent to how much I knew. I knew this person didn't like the drop roller coasters, like the ones that go up and drop.
You have to stop clarifying that it wasn't your fault.
It wasn't my fault. It's their fault.
Let the audience decide that it wasn't your fault.
I'm so transparent with where we're going. Like, hey, we're gonna go to Six Flags. Okay, you should know what Six Flags is. It's not that hard to look it up. And so, if we go, you should know that there's roller coasters. You can't say that, oh yeah, I'm down, and then not go on a single ride.
Right.
Because then now I feel like the a-hole that brought you and you didn't really want to come.
Yeah, and that's $100 down the drain because you wanted a funnel cake.
When we could get a funnel cake at like any carnival, at any type of like, go to the asparagus festival. You know, you can go to the asparagus festival.
I just like the teacups.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, well, you wanted to go, but you didn't want to go.
Yeah.
It wasn't going to be fun for you. So now I feel like we have to rush through as much roller coasters as we can to get out of here quick. So that way you're not like just stuck there. And I'm sorry to my friend Becca.
Well, now Becca knows you think it was her fault.
But now I feel like the Egyptian museum was her retaliation. So
to you, because it wasn't fun for you.
Me, yeah.
Wow, this relationship sounds so strong. Oh,
and we want to go to Scotland together. So let's see how that goes.
You're just gonna keep getting each other back. It's like taking somebody to an escape room that doesn't like puzzles. Like
yeah, my poor dad, same thing. Yeah.
Did you do that to him?
Yeah, he doesn't go anymore because me and my brother and most of my family love escape rooms, but he's like, "What's this do?" Whatever.
But then it like brings me back to board games. I wasn't a board game kid. Like I was more so let's ride bikes outside and fall, sprinkle some dirt on it. You know, like it's just that type. But now I don't mind a villain's Monopoly. That I can play.
Okay.
I think Maya, you're a closet villain. I think you have it in
Probably.
you, and it's you don't like people to see it. You're showing people your good side. You show people your good side, but it's there. It's definitely there. There's something there. Like every once in a while, we'll get on a topic and I see it. Like Villains Monopoly. There's a reason why you like Villains Monopoly, and it's sociological. There's something there.
Yeah, the characters look better than regular Monopoly. Like
Monopoly is for sociopaths. Well, I don't know. I guess we're on a wobbly wheel tangent once again, and I guess it's about that time to close up shop tonight. This has been a GORP. I appreciate you both, and I appreciate the audience. Do the likey, subscribeys. Please like me. And I guess we'll see you sometime around next month, maybe a couple weeks or so. Love you.
And
keep on GORPing.
No way.